And we're back. Chapter 10.
We're
54.
back.
We're back.
10:54. Oh,
looking fresh.
10:54. I'm
Looking
taking it
fresh,
off.
Like our,
I'm
our
taking
big
it off.
boy, Admiral. You're going too hard.
I'm going too hard. All right. 10:54. Hella no. One of the most exciting chapters from and like, I'm not gonna say in a long time in a while, but like it's for the past 5 chapters they weren't like this good. Luffy reveal being a god, that's revealed as hype. This is more hype, I believe.
I really like this chapter. I think we've been waiting for a lot of what's been going on this chapter. 1, seeing where Greenbull stands. 2, finally seeing some news from outside.
Mm-hmm. Check the plants.
The plants. It's a Logia fruit.
So
as a lot of people predicted.
I thought it was gonna be Paramecia. I thought like there's a small chance.
There is a small chance, but this isn't the first Logia that we see that is not necessarily intangible. Like Blackbeard's Logia type, but he's not intangible.
Yeah.
So this still fits, I guess. It's an elemental thing. It's a bit of a stretch. It's a bit of a stretch.
It's good. I think it's good.
I thought it might have been a special Paramecia maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But, this is cool. He showed some cool moves. I expect the Scabbards to get steamrolled. Maybe Yamato can do something, but Momo's also telling him to stay out of it, so...
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Maybe he might have, like, some jurisdiction, but it looks like he's definitely, like, he doesn't care. He's, like, saying, like...
Oh, I love him.
Line.
I love him.
Yeah. Like, you guys are not part of our government. You guys are not part of, like, the whole world thing going on that we have. You guys are trash.
Yeah, I love it. It. I was not worried, but I
was happy that he's not a good guy like Wichita.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, exactly. I was a little concerned that maybe he was gonna be a good, sort of like a good guy. Like Aokiji's kind of a good guy.
Yeah.
Fujitora is like definitely a good guy. I feel.
Yeah.
And
talking back to it, kind of too.
Yeah. He's a good guy. So I thought that maybe Greenbull would also be the same. He would just be kind of tough, but also, have a softy side. But no, he seems like a fucking ass. He says, I'll kill 1,000 fucking civilians. I don't fucking care. Give me Straw Hat Luffy. I don't give a fuck. I will destroy them all. Which is...
Guy was going hammies, yeah. He was definitely like, I just need Luffy and that's it. Like, I don't care about any of you guys else. Like, I'm gonna go through everything.
And I kind of like how they contrast with his fruit. Because it's
a life bringing.
It brings life.
It brings life. Yeah. He was even saying like, unlike the sea, I also bring life. Come on, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like he was really flexing. He was like, I tattoo too. Like he was like.
He literally like his move. The name of his move was like Muscle Forest or something.
Forest. Yeah. It was flexing Muscle Forest.
Oh yeah, something along those lines. Yeah, that was really good. I like that.
So Chad. That's what we know. What we know.
I love his design. I love his attitude. We need a bad motherfucker.
We really do. And like this guy is definitely like he fits the bill for everything.
Yeah, I'm super happy with him. Some things of note: Yamato introducing himself, because she said son as.
I mean, son,
Yamato,
like Odin's son. Like
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's no, she didn't say Odin's son. She said
no. I mean like as in like Thor, Odin's son.
Oh,
like,
right.
Like it's a thing.
No, but my point being is that her whole bit was, oh, I'm Odin, and like refer to me, call me Odin. I'm Odin. Everyone.
So what you're saying?
Odin. And now she's saying, or he's saying, I'm Yamato, which on paper I guess is character progression, but we never saw what triggered Yamato to suddenly have this change of heart, like, okay, I'm not gonna be Odin. I don't know. It feels weird. I don't think it's gonna do anything with that.
I think she just really adores Odin as a person, as a character. Like,
no. Okay, so again, like this is something I've talked about before, where admiring Odin and wanting to be Odin in an aspirational sense, where this is a guy who achieved a lot, and I really admire what they've done. I want to be as close to them as I can. I can understand that, but Yamato wasn't saying that I really admire Odin and I wish I could be him. Yamato was saying, I am Odin. I am Momo's father.
She said that? When she said that?
From her introduction. When she met Luffy, or when Yamato met Luffy.
Okay, when Luffy, yeah. But like
when Yamato met Momo, Yamato was literally calling themselves Odin and telling Momo, "I am your father." Like it was very clearly a character trait. Don't give me a confused face.
I don't know. I don't know.
This is just straight up.
All right. You know what? You know a little bit more than me. Just a little smidge. Just a smidge.
But point being, this is supposed to be a really important character trait that I would assume.
I don't think it's that important. I really don't.
It was basically their only defining character trait.
I don't think. No. I'm gonna get the higher ground. Look. I don't think so. Like, I really don't like. I don't think that's like the. She's just saying like she just really like. It's like me wanting to be Kobe.
No, Fernie. You can say I want to be like Kobe. Like I want to shoot like Kobe. I want to be as fast and agile and fucking badass as Kobe.
How is she gonna say to Momo, "I'm your father"? Is there bars that says that?
Okay, literally, it's what Yamato said.
It's on the screen right now. It's on the screen right now.
I will post a screenshot of that just to prove it. But okay. It's that I'm not gonna argue that point any further because that's just facts.
No more lower ground. No more high ground. Okay.
I'm just saying that it's been a character trait. I don't even know. I guess the character trait.
It's like what
I don't even call it motivation exactly, but I expected it to be resolved or addressed during the raid or at some point where
they got off screen.
Where it got off screen. That's basically it.
They got off screen.
That's what I'm feeling, and I don't like that because it seems.
We'll see. Well,
we'll see.
This was a reveal chapter.
Yeah, but it's odd that after so much time, I would have assumed that someone such as Luffy would tell Yamato, "Hey, you have to be who you are. You can't be going on pretending you're someone else. Like, accept who you are," which is what Yamato did in this chapter. I'm Yamato, Kaido's son. But we never got the reason. Well, why? Okay. What happened? How did she get to point B? Like between A and B, where was that path to learning to accept themselves for who they are? I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know. That was a bit weird, I thought.
All right.
We cut away to outside of Wano.
Ooh.
Who do we see, Fernie? Who do we see?
Shit, red hair Shanks.
I didn't expect him to see him there.
No one did. I'm not even gonna say.
Honestly, like Zunisha, he's just gonna show up and then just fucking.
just dip, yeah.
Dip right away. That, like,
this is interesting because like Shanks is somehow. I mean, I guess the Marines don't know he's there. Maybe they do.
I don't think so. There was no indication that the Marines would know.
I kind of wanted him to stay. Is he staying? It doesn't look like it. He looks like he's dipping again.
That was his intention there, right?
Like he really teased us. He just literally stroked. He stroked. He's like, not yet. No, we came all this way. Just a dip.
He just had like, I was just in the neighborhood, by the way.
Nah, how are you gonna be in a neighborhood?
It's a little weird because literally that scene could have happened anywhere else. Like Shanks didn't have to be outside of Wano for him to see the newspaper and for the crew to have a reaction about Luffy as a new emperor. So I don't know. That could mean that there is meaning to him being there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Quick segue. Usopp's dad being a fucking deadbeat. Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Fuck that guy.
Honestly, bro, like I'm not ready. Like honestly, bro, like put a Glock to your head, bro. Put your flint. Like you start shooting, bro. Like honestly, like I'm not. What is he not ready for? What is he not? He's because he's scared. That's why he is scared.
I hope so.
He doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know how to excuse himself. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I want that to be the case. But I'm preparing my heart for Usopp and Usopp to just have 100% just a heartfelt, happy reunion. I fear that's how it's going to turn out.
I hope.
I really want Usopp.
Usopp has to lay down his dick. He really does. He really does.
Like say,
Mom died.
If they meet up and Usopp has initially a happy reaction with him,
okay, fine, yeah.
I'll be okay. But there has to be a turn there because that ain't okay. That is not okay. Usopp was left orphaned. His mom died alone, basically. And Usopp was just basically the town pariah. By his own doing, but it's also because he felt he didn't get any attention. He was feeling neglected.
Yeah.
He grew up alone, basically. So I think it's really important to who Usopp is as a character, namely a liar, is largely in part because he didn't have his father figure there. So when they meet, At some point during their reunion, I need Usopp to be like, fuck you. Where the fuck were you?
And maybe this is a call to it. Maybe he Usopp's dad being like,
it could be.
Oh no.
And I hope.
I hope. I really do hope. Yeah.
But it's just it could be a setup for a cool thing. I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah. But once again, just to close that off. Fuck Usopp.
Yeah.
Fuck Usopp.
Fuck Usopp.
Shanks
leaving. Yeah. Oh yeah.
An interesting thing though is that Shanks is after the One Piece. Confirmed.
I was about to say that right now. Yes, that's. But why? Why?
And that's the big question. Why? Why is he waiting until now? Why is it? Obviously, Luffy's awakening is what's triggering Shanks to say, "Okay, it's time. Now is the time." Is this the time that Roger was waiting for? Because when Roger got to Laugh Tale, he said, "We're here too early. This is not our time. It's going to be the next generation." Why? Because they were waiting for this specific awakening to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because we saw in this flashback a couple of things. One, Shanks stealing the fruit, right? Very intentional. Two, Shanks bonding with Luffy. And three, Shanks, I think also confirmed here, Shanks gave up his arm deliberately.
Yeah, that was like obviously like his eyes. You could tell he had a plan.
Yeah,
he had a plan.
I mean, there's a panel specifically of his mouth kind of just softly smiling before he gets bitten.
Yeah,
and I think it's him recognizing like, okay, I'm just gonna let my arm get bit right now. I'm just gonna let it go.
So he's indebting almost Luffy.
Yeah, it's almost like he's manipulating him in a sense. And the way he said, "Isn't it time for us to go get the One Piece now?" It feels sinister. And I think the shading, the shadows in that panel is meant to be sinister.
Yeah.
And what it tells me is that what Shanks did was imprint onto Luffy, or have Luffy imprint onto him, and then indebt Luffy to him, because Luffy is a key that Shanks is manipulating, right? And it makes me I've been thinking a lot about, okay, like, what is Shanks' end goal? Why does he do the things he does? We've seen him as a bit of a peacekeeper, as a guy who's trying to maintain status quo, who doesn't want to make waves. And why? Why does he deal with the Five Elders? Why did he stop Kaido? Why did he talk to Whitebeard about stopping Blackbeard?
Is it just, I don't know, since we don't really get too much about Shanks, it might be his own selfish intentions, maybe something Roger said, maybe like...
I think a big part of it is selfish intention. It's because he himself wants to get the One Piece. For what reason? Maybe because Roger, who I'm sure he greatly admired, I mean, he wore the straw hat for a long part of his life. It matters to him, I think, that Roger was not able to obtain this final goal of the One Piece. And he's carrying out Roger's will in his eyes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think he believes himself to be the inheritor of Roger's will. Not Luffy, not Ace, but him. Shanks. So I think he was maintaining the status quo because he was waiting for this moment for Luffy to become awakened. And now it's happened, and now we're gonna see Shanks about to try to put a beat down on Luffy.
Yeah, you think so? Or you think he's using him so Luffy could beat down? I don't know, but Shanks is strong.
Shanks is strong.
I don't know. That's something to like digest. I don't know. Like I want to say now that red hair Shanks is probably an enemy now at this point.
He's definitely going to be an antagonist going forward. I think he's going to be an antagonist.
And where does that put? How does it all tie into Buggy Clown?
Buggy.
You never know.
We got a lot of back outside world information in this chapter.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Buggy was not one of them.
Unfortunately, I really want to see what he's up to.
I saw a video where they were theorizing that Mihawk was joined up with Buggy.
Oh, that'd be so, because Mihawk is looking for a crew. He is. It's been kind of implied that he's like, oh wait, I can't do this by myself.
It's not so much that he can't. I think he just doesn't want to deal with the hassle.
Yeah.
Right?
It could be.
I think because whoever they sent for Mihawk, maybe he like struggled a little bit.
He can't even defeat Buggy either. He can't defeat him. He can't defeat him.
You know what? Yeah, that might play into it. I would love it. I would love it if Mihawk was under Buggy. That'd be so fun. And it's just Mihawk being like, hey, can I just be under your banner so that people leave me alone? Someone like tough comes along, like, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
Because every time that Buggy rises up in rank, it's because he gets powerful underlings under him.
Yeah.
And he would need someone on the level of Mihawk to be under him for him to be
Yonko status. Yeah.
Like it would have to be. It would have to be. So I would love to see some of that. But actual things that got revealed.
Sabo. The revolutionaries.
Sabo.
Finally. Sabo, yeah. Finally we get to, after so much, since chapters like almost 1,000. Like
it's been so long.
It's been so long that we finally get to know what the incident was at the Reverie.
At the Reverie.
At the Reverie. We finally get to find out the incident. The incident is Cobra is dead.
Cobra's dead.
That's
and Sabo killed him. Supposedly. Sabo killed him.
No. I think he did.
No.
I think he did.
No, 100%
I think he might have.
Okay.
I think
explain to me what you think
as
happened.
a revolutionary, you see a king and you go like, nah, fuck that. Even, okay, maybe he said like, oh, you know what? Luffy's friend, maybe. But as a revolutionary, as someone who, as we heard, has caused multiple coups. Coups.
There's no P.
There's a P.
It's a silent P.
How's it? Really?
Yes.
Okay, the coups. Oh, that's why you say in the news like that. Oh, you're right. Yeah, the coups and like, I don't like that. So the coups. No, too bad. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like,
go ahead.
yeah, and so like it also brings out a different part of One Piece that we haven't really seen, and it's how people are struggling, not under like other pirates or under other like very
But just world governments.
Yeah, exactly.
Like kingdoms under world government. Yeah. They're not all good. And, I think the Straw Hats have been fortunate, maybe, where
100%.
Where a lot of islands that are under oppression aren't necessarily bad kingdoms. They're just against, like, bad pirates.
Yeah.
Although we did get a mix. Like, Drum Island had a bad king.
Yeah, but we kind of had like a story like, oh no, the other king was like in replace.
Whatever.
The
point being, like, I think that was cool. Like, 8 other kingdoms in the world government overthrown.
This was definitely an interesting step, because I think the revolutionaries have been kind of treated as like, they have been treated as like a side little story, but like nothing ever too deep.
Yeah, we never really hear too much about their accomplishments.
Yeah.
I think they're always said to be a threat. The world government really wants to get them, but they haven't really done much for us to think, oh man, they were really shaking things up.
Oh.
They
Kuma's free.
Kuma's free. Whatever that means. I feel that just means that he died. I hope that he just passed on.
He passed away? Like
I hope so. Poor guy. He's been through enough. Like, he was barely even maybe technically alive by the time they rescued him. I think they just need to rescue him so they can let his body rest.
Maybe. You never know.
I hope so.
You never know.
I don't know what that means for Jewelry Bonnie, because that's another player in that scene that we don't know. She wasn't mentioned in the incident, but I'm sure she was part of it.
Wasn't she part of it? I thought she was.
No, that's what I'm saying. But she wasn't mentioned in this chapter.
Okay.
But she definitely had to play a part in rescuing them.
Oh, and before we go there, Vivi being missing. Yeah. Vivi is missing.
All right. But yeah, Vivi's missing too. So, you think the Sabo killed Cobra just because revolutionaries killed Cobra?
Just because? No, I'm not saying just like it's not just because. Okay, it sounds logical.
I don't know.
Just because.
I think. Okay, so who died? And they made it explicit here in this chapter as well as they have in the other Reverie chapters. Cobra is a descendant of one of the first original 20 kings. He could have been a celestial dragon.
And that could be a reason why he
okay, fair enough. But he chose not to be a celestial dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which I feel matters. People know that. It was mentioned by other characters in the Reverie before that, this is the Nefertari family. They could have been celestial dragons, but they didn't. And there's some disdain when people talked about them. Like, oh, they think they're better than us?
Maybe, you know what? Maybe CP0 might have, like, in the whole scramble at the Reverie, maybe he could have been killed by, like, you know,
so
government.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Cobra was assassinated by someone either from the nobles or I don't think it was the Navy or someone in the world government.
It had to be the world government. As I said, like CP0. It had to be like one of them.
All right, now you're saying it had to be there. Just a second ago,
no,
you're saying
hold on. You know, it's changing. You know, we're finding new things out.
All right. So, the other piece of the puzzle here is that Vivi disappeared. Now, if Sabo wanted to kill Cobra, what happened to Vivi? Why didn't he just kill Vivi then?
Vivi escaped.
Because they're part of the same.
That's what she's missing.
How did she escape? Who else escaped? The revolutionaries saw who killed Cobra, knew that Vivi would be in danger, picked up Vivi, took off. That's what happened. That's my lock of the week.
I want to say I disagree, but I agree.
But
I agree. Like, I
makes the most sense to
me. There is still a small little probability. Maybe Sabo did, you know, clap, you know, him, but she wouldn't leave with Sabo if, you know, that happened. So
yeah, I think the Revolutionary Army saw Cobra die. Vivi rescued Vivi because they knew she was in danger. So now Vivi's with the Revolutionary Army. Interesting to see where that goes. Jewelry Bonnie probably with the
Revolutionary Army. It makes sense because she might have said that she's definitely Luffy's friend. That had to like come up.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the Revolutionary Army was kind of sneaking around for a while, and it's not like Vivi and Rebecca and Hideyoshi were really being that quiet about them liking Luffy and stuff. So I think they might have heard. Yeah, I don't know. I think this chapter was very explicit about pointing out 3 different things that happened. 1, Cobra dying. 2, Vivi going missing. And 3, the
8 coups.
Yeah, but I'm talking about incident at the Reverie.
Oh, okay.
And the 3rd thing being that they blew up a building that the
symbol.
The celestial. Well, yes, a symbol and a building.
Yeah, and
of
Kuma
the celestial
escaped.
Dragons. Oh, and Kuma escaped. Yeah, and all these are like pieces, and then they have one guy explicitly saying like, "We're still trying to figure out how like all the pieces," you know.
Yeah.
And that tells me that that's Oda saying, "Hey, reader, figure it out. What happened?" So I feel like we got a few of the pieces kind of in place.
Yeah,
the building one.
We're too smart. We're just too good. The building could be. They're just obviously. They're just symbols. There's no more symbols.
But I feel that at some point we might get a chapter where Oda just gives us like what actually happened. Like whenever we meet up with Sabo again or with Dragon, they're gonna go over the events of what happened that day. And I'm excited for that.
Yeah. As I said, how does this tie into Buggy? How are we gonna get him? How are we gonna like? I really want to see what's going on.
Well, we better find out.
Oda released that peace statement who's like, finally after 25 years, we could finally talk about Buggy. No, the One Piece. We could finally start, you know, talking about it, and he's gonna reveal all the secrets of the world, which is really pretty exciting. I love that.
Oh yeah, he said that. We're finally getting. He's ready to unload all these secrets that he's been holding on to for a while, and I think we got a sense of that
with this chapter. Yeah, I think that's was why this chapter felt more exciting, because he said that, and then he's actually pretty much delivering a bit on that.
Yeah,
and he's setting up a lot, like where, as you said, like Greenbull is definitely a villain, like an actual villain that's gonna.
Yeah, I love how hardcore he is. Yeah.
On top of that,
we need someone else like Akainu who's.
And on top of that, Shanks potentially. Jesus. And we still haven't even talked about Blackbeard.
And fuck, yeah. That's a whole nother threat right there.
There's a whole nother one.
I feel, yeah. I mean, Blackbeard's got to do something to make himself feel more like a threat right now, because he doesn't seem that threatening.
He's jumping. Yeah, he's just jumping out.
He better kill Shanks. That's what I'm saying.
You think so?
He better kill Shanks.
He better do something at least that great, because at this point he got like the most hype crew. He's not really doing anything with it. Like the dude shows someone with the rain. Dude.
I want to know what Teach did, what Blackbeard did during this whole Wano arc. I'm sure he did. He was up to something.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see what happened to Whole Cake Island. Probably
two warlords duking it out with Luffy, and I mean, Blackbeard has opportunity there, and he's a guy who uses opportunity. Yeah. I hope that he did something.
No, he's too smart. Come on, you already know that. Even Shanks was like, this guy. And you gotta talk about him
because they got beef. They got beef with the Three Scars. Like I want to see. I hope we get that flashback sometime soon. I would love to see Shanks and Blackbeard duke it out.
I would love to see it. I do want Blackbeard to like come on top. There's something about him that he is ambitious in a way that I really like.
Yeah, he's very piratey.
Yeah.
He's kind of like that sleazeball, real fucking evil pirate type of guy, and the story needs something like that.
But then Shanks is also coming up like that too.
He's more conniving.
What's conniving?
Like sneaky planning.
Yeah, he is like he did it like he did tease us. He did stroke us, and he's like, you know what? Nah, I don't know more. I guess not.
I guess we'll find out next week.
I guess we find out.
10:55.
10:55. All right.
Deuces.